All right, I think we're live. All right, so hi everybody. I am Rebecca Paisley. I am a holistic gut and hormone coach, helping women find balance with their gut and their hormones using natural methods, diet, lifestyle, and herbs. And I am so happy you're here because today we are talking about why your hormones feel crazy before your period, which if Oh yeah, which I know a lot of women deal with. So I wanted to dive into it so that people can see why they feel a little crazy before their periods arrive. So if your hormones feel absolutely freaking wild right before your period, like you're crying at TikTok, snapping at people, you actually like eating everything in the kitchen and you just can't stop, or you're just maybe feeling off, I want you to first know that you are not broken. Your body isn't dramatic, it's simply communicating to you with what it needs. And today, we're going to explain exactly why this happens in super simple terms and how you can finally feel calm instead of absolutely freaking chaotic, right? So, your body is not broken, it's talking to you. Well, let me tell you a quick story. Imagine your body, we're going to do this. Imagine your body, can we see this? Imagine your body as a house, right? So we have our little house, and this is our body. And we have these guests coming over here, but our house is an absolute mess, right? So right before all of your little guests start showing up over here, right? Your guests are coming. We start cleaning, we start rearranging, we start fixing things, and we start yelling because our stress has gone through the absolute roof. Everybody move. We've got company coming. Like, this is what's going on before your period. That's the PMS. That's the hormone shifting. Is your body thinks I'm having guests coming, which is your period. So I better clean up and get everything in the house ready so it's not an absolute freaking pigsty like that, right? So you're not overreacting. Your body is literally just doing a full house reset, and we have to figure out how can we clean this chaotic house without losing our shit along the way, because that is the key, right? And our body is having a guest come in, it's having our period come, and that's the guest. And we have to figure out how do we clean up and rearrange without going absolutely freaking insane. So let's break this down. There are 3 big hormone shifts happening before your period, right? Progesterone is calming, chill, feel good hormone. Right before your period, it drops off. So we have, let me get a new sheet. We have progesterone, and it's going down when your period arrives. And it's going down really fast. So emotionally, it can feel like someone absolutely unplugged your nervous system because it drastically drops. If we don't conceive to have a child, progesterone is like plummets down to the earth, right? Estrogen helps your brain feel sharp, social, steady. It also is going to drop when your period comes. So you're losing your cool, calm, chill progesterone, and you're losing your sharpness that is your estrogen when your period arrives. So when estrogen drops, your brain goes, it's like, wait, who's in charge? Who the frick is driving this thing? And that's where mood swings happen, right? Because our chill progesterone drops when we get our period, and then our I'm the driver estrogen, like brain clear, drops also. So when both of these drops, and our body's like, what in the F just happened, right? And here's the part that nobody is talking about. When estrogen and progesterone drop like that, we have something else that's rising, which is inflammation. I'm going to write this really poorly because it's going backwards. So inflammation is going way up when our period arrives. And this is where people see the histamine issues that are causing symptoms like PMDD and PMS. It's because that inflammation is rising and it's linked to the fire element. And so more inflammation equals more bloating, more cramps, more irritability, more everything, right? As inflammation is actually the real villain here. So like, how can we get inflammation to go down while our body is dropping in progesterone and estrogen so that we can have calm, steady ride to feeling calm, right? So like, now let me put on my other hat for a moment. And so like, in Ayurveda, which is the oldest healthcare system in India, uses diet, lifestyle, herbs, supplements to regulate the body. This pre-period time, right before our period arrives, is the energy of movement, of wind and change, right? And when this movement, wind and change isn't steady, right? It's like a chaotic windstorm outside. We get anxiety, irritability, feeling overwhelmed, bloating, constipation, trouble sleeping, scattered thoughts. If this sounds familiar, it's not because you're crazy. It's because this is how the body works, right? If our wind is blowing everything around super chaotically, then we're going to have all of these symptoms. And then to top it off, as the blood starts to move out of the body, the inflammation, the fire rises, which can show up as anger, heat, breakouts, frustration, snapping at people, getting annoyed with people's breathing, chewing their food, feeling like everything is just like way too much. So your hormones like aren't the enemy here. They're just shifting, right? Like I said, your progesterone is lowering down, which is your calm, cool, chill stuff. Your estrogen is lowering down, which is your like, I can think straight and make a complete sentence, but your inflammation is rising. And if this is out of balance in any way, it's going to be freaking chaotic, okay? So here's the part where you are going to see, like, because your symptoms, like, they're not random, right? They show up when your body feels overworked, undernourished, stressed, not grounded, low on minerals, low on sleep, and living in go, go, go mode. Does this like sound like your life? Because sometimes we don't even realize how stressed we are, how that we forgot to have lunch, or that we're juggling the house, the kids, our job, extracurricular activities, all these other things. And we're like, to us, it's just normal, right? But actually, our body is like, holy crap, there's so much going on right now. I can't handle it. And then you add like a body that's depleted from forgetting lunch, not getting enough minerals, not getting enough sleep because you had to stay up late because the kid was sick or you had something for work you had to finish. And then like you get 3 hours of sleep and you're like, I gotta do it all again. Like, I know life gets loud, but when life gets loud like that, your hormones get way louder. So like, you're not crazy, but your body is waving this little flag saying, hey, I need some help, right? Like, I need some support today in this moment. So now let's actually look at what will actually help, the real stuff, like the actual stuff that can help that you can start doing today. That's super simple. So one is eat warm, simple meals. So skip the salads, skip the raw cucumbers and raw foods, get some warm, simple meals in your life so that your body can ground down. You don't necessarily have to go stand outside barefoot when there's a foot of snow outside or have a special grounding mat. Like, you can ground your body with warm, simple foods. Think like chicken noodle soup. Maybe you do like a broth, or you have some cooked carrots, anything that is super simple and cooked. Just make sure it's cooked and warm. Add magnesium to your diet. This is going to help your mood. It's going to help your digestion. It's also going to help your sleep. You can add this by enjoying dark chocolate, which is high in magnesium, my favorite way to do it. Or you can go get a magnesium supplement from the health food store and take that. I would recommend one that has like all the different types of magnesium in it so you get the full benefit and not just a single type. There's 3 types of it. So make sure it has all 3 in it. Next, life is go, 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 go all the time, right? So we need to find time to slow down. I would say at 7 o'clock, you start to turn the TVs off, turn the cell phones off, silence things so that your nervous system can land down on earth and chill out. Because you have been going with the kids, with your job, with your partner, with your friends, all over the place, all day. By 7 o'clock, it's you time. Go hop in a bath, read a book, lay on the carpet, meditate, journal, something that doesn't involve a screen and doesn't involve having to use an absurd amount of brain power. Next is stop skipping your meals. You have to make time, because if your blood sugar is imbalanced, you're going to crash, and that's going to create chaos. So have simple meals. Set an alarm clock on your phone that reminds you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, especially if you have a super busy day, we want to be having all 3 meals no matter what. And make sure you're adding healthy fats like butter or ghee, olive oil, avocados, all of these things. Our brain needs the fat in order to actually function. So if we're not getting healthy fats, we're going to feel like, what was I just talking about? What's going on? Where am I? And so we need to add all of those healthy fats. Then create an evening wind down ritual. This ties back into slowing down after 7 p.m. Like, have something that gets your brain to be like, hey, I'm turning off now. Whatever that is for you. Shower, journal, meditate, any of these things. Like, we have to teach our brains that it's okay to turn off, because we're constantly climbing this mountain 24/7. We're like, we got to get all the way up here today, but we forget, oh, I can rest here, I can rest here, I can rest here. Like, you have to make time for the rest stops, because otherwise somebody's going to pee in the backseat of your car and you're going to have to clean it up afterwards. So make time for the rest stops, because just like you go on a road trip and you plan in your rest stops, right? Because you don't want to be cleaning up pee out of your car. Your body needs these rest stops, take a break, go, take a break. It needs these rest stops for itself to function. And at first, I'm going to tell you, taking these rest stops is super hard, right? Like, think about a long, long road trip. You're going on a 14-hour road trip. You want to get, like, I grew up in Florida. It takes 7 hours just to get out of Florida. My family never wanted to stop for the first 7 hours. Never. It's like, too bad. Hold it. And you have to, though. So it's like, because otherwise your kids are going to be whining, screaming, yelling. Well, guess what your body's doing when you don't take a rest stop? It's anxious, it's depleted, it's annoyed, it's stressed, it's yelling at people to shut up. It's like all of these things. So you have to take the rest stops. And the more often you plan them in, the easier it is for your body to be like, oh, it's time for a rest. I'm feeling a little frazzled, so I need to take a little rest, right? So these, like, it takes some practice at first, but I promise you, it is so worth it. Another thing you can, like, do at night is just, like, have a warm tea, have warm milk, whatever, like, floats your boat. I personally like to, like, turn all the lights off in the house and light candles and just have it be super chill and relaxing and listen to, like, some music that has no actual words to it and get myself ready for bed, right? And so these are, like, if you just start with these tips where you're eating the warm foods, you're slowing down, you're eating healthy fats, you're creating those rest stops in your life, you're already going to notice a difference, because your nervous system is going to feel calmer, and then your gut's going to be happier with all the warm, happy foods that you're giving it, instead of ice cold ice cream in the middle of November when it's 30 degrees outside. And I promise you, it's like, sometimes it sounds so simple, but the simplest things have the biggest impact. And when we start to add, right, like, say we do, like, we do one little simple thing, right? And then we do another simple thing, and then another simple thing, and then another one, and then another one, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simple things. But look how tall that is, how much support that is for your body. Like, that is all those simple things create it, right? We don't climb to Mount Everest in one step. We take all these little baby steps to get to the top of the mountain. So it's the same thing with our health, is we got to take the little baby steps to get to the top of the mountain. So implement all the small little things, and I promise your body will start to notice. Because here's the reality, is your hormones aren't trying to ruin your life. They're trying to show you what it needs for support. They're trying to lead you back to yourself, back to balance, back to calm, back to like, I'm chill. My husband's breathing doesn't annoy me. The people chewing at the table next to me doesn't annoy me. I'm not ready to go hide under the blankets from my kids. Like, all these small baby steps help you get there so that you can be balanced and be calm. So if you're like ready for a totally different PMS experience, one where your body feels supported instead of like a freaking hot mess, I am hosting a 3-day hormone reset challenge where we're going to implement some of these small baby steps to make a huge difference in your hormones in just 3 days. So if you're like, I can't take it anymore, the fatigue is driving me nuts, the mood swings, my husband's ready to just lock me up into a closet because I'm so mean for 2 weeks, or I'm in bed with cramps, like if any of this sounds familiar, I highly encourage you to sign up for the 3-day hormone reset challenge starting December 8th, because I'm going to show you step by step how to make your cycle feel lighter, calmer, and more predictable using simple habits that actually work. And I will go ahead and get the link for you and put it in the comments so that you can register for it now. It's going to be 3 days, but there's a replay every single day that'll get emailed to you. So even if you can't make the live, you can watch the replay, and then you can always email me with the questions that you have afterwards if you end up watching the replay. So that way you can actually start feeling a difference, because here's the deal. It's like women have been struggling for so long to balance their hormones, feel their best. They're getting no answers from the doctors or anybody else. And I just think that's time to change. So here's the link to register. I think this will show up for you guys. And the link should also be in the description of this video for you. And like I said, we're going to conquer the fatigue, the mood swings, the bloating, the anxiety, all the things in 3 days with super simple habits, because as we make small shifts, big things happen. So please click the link and join. And I would love to see you on the 3-day challenge so that you can start feeling your best before the holidays come, before all the chaos starts. You have the exact freaking tools to use to feel amazing. Thanks for joining me today.